think that the people that profited the most from the Black Panther Party are the sorry Negroes who are benefiting today. All your rich Negroes, all your high-polluting Negroes, all your well-educated Negroes, these are all the people who benefited from the Black Panther Party, because like Martin Luther King told the white man, it's like, you know, if you don't want to deal with me, then you're going to have to deal with Malcolm.
We weren't afraid to defend the black community if it was need be. If the police came down upon us, we weren't afraid to shoot back at them if they shot at us.
And the police are there not to, in our community, not to promote our welfare or for our security and our safety, but they're there to contain us, to brutalize us and murder us.
I heard about the Black Panthers on the radio and on television. They had been protesting up in Sacramento, the changing of a law that prevented people from walking around with their weapons out in the public.
Basic reaction to a cat that like experiences a panther. I don't mean who sees a guy go by in a black jacket or a beret. I mean a guy who sees the Panthers in action with their lives on the line. When he sees that, that's the end of it, you know, like he's either scared to death where he's gonna never commit no more crimes, do nothing wrong, you know, he's gonna jaywalk, or else he comes down and comes around and says that he can dig it, you see.
When he started the party down here, you had to take an oath with your life that you were committed to this struggle. You couldn't just walk in and say, hey, I like what you're doing, I want to join. It's like, hey, that's fine, but you need to think about this. You need to come back in a couple of weeks, because if you join this, it's for life. This ain't no something we playing with. You have to be totally committed.
The events of the day was the civil rights movement, the Black Power movement, the movement. The Olympics were happening in 1968. Tommy Smith and John Carlos raising the black fist on the stand. You know, all that had some kind of part of the black movement. The black movement overall was a movement that was sparked after Malcolm X got killed.
They will not be met easily or in a short span of time. But know this, America, they will be met.
This is an evil system. It says in God we trust, but you know and I know that God ain't nowhere in the mix. So President Obama has taken that he wants to perpetuate this evil system. He wants this evilness to continue. He wants the United States to be the most powerful nation in the world with the most powerful military in the world. But then if you trust in God, why do you need all of that?
If they decided to put a Hispanic president in, it wouldn't change necessarily the government policy as it relates to what's happening around the world and how people are affected by these policies. Like I said, it's a good thing that we have a black man that's present, because 40 years ago we didn't have no idea that was going to happen back in 2009. So a lot of things have changed.
So the concept is this, basically. The whole black nation has to be put together as a black army. And we're going to walk on this nation. We're going to walk on this racist power structure. And we're going to say to the whole damn government, stick 'em up, mother. This is a hold up. We come for what's ours.
In 1969, the LA chapter, we had become more militaristic in defending what we were standing for. 1969 started off with Bunchy Carter getting killed, and it ended with our shootout against the police at our headquarters.
We couldn't win. Hell, we knew that. You can't beat the white man. We knew that. We don't have as many guns as they do. We knew that. But one thing we did know is that if you get up off your knees and stand up and be a man, then you're just going to deal with whatever the consequences deal.
Yes, if you live in a poor neighborhood, you will face challenges that somebody in a wealthy suburb does not have to face. But that's not a reason to get bad grades. That's not a reason to cut class. That's not a reason to give up on your education and drop out of school. No one has written your destiny for you. Your destiny is in your hands. You cannot forget that. That's what we have to teach all of our children. No excuses.
If I was to talk to Obama, had a one-on-one with him, I would invite him to come to the black communities, wherever there were black people that were having difficulties or struggles or challenges, come and have town hall meetings in those cities with those people. I mean, we know you can go to Iowa and North Dakota, where ain't hardly no black people, and have a town hall meeting with a bunch of white folks. But you need to come to this community.
We got a black president, but that's about it too, you know. And, you know, I voted for it. You know, I was proud. You know, I never thought I would see it happen. But after it did happen, I have not really seen any kind of change. And I don't think I'm going to see any kind of change because basically his preacher had him right. His preacher said, you know, not God bless America, God damn America. And that, you know, the reason that he was a politician, and that's what he is. He's a politician.